Hey everyone! Today we're excited to share with you a project that we did about 2 years ago. You know, we like to do projects, and this one was one of our biggest ones so far. This is the first time we bought a home with the intent of flipping it.
So we bought it in June, sold it in October. We had a huge push to try to get rid of it in October because we were worried the market was going to crash. That wasn't what everyone was saying.
Haha.
We probably should have held on to it for another couple years if we would have known what the future held. We wanted to take those profits and put them into the current project that we're working on our separate YouTube channel, which is Famchez Builds. And it's chronicling a waterfront cabin project that we're doing. Check that out. The link is in the description. Yeah, as far as the house goes, it was like our third or fourth house that we had totally renovated.
Yeah.
But it was the first one that we actually bought to flip. Knowing that, okay, we had this project timeline. It's going to be 3 to 4 months worth of work. We're going to buy it for this amount, put this amount in, sell it hopefully for this amount, and get this chunk of cash. That was the goal the whole time. It's kind of a cool project because it was actually my childhood home that we bought from my dad and my stepmom. He has other projects going, so we kind of put a bug in his ear years ago, like, if you ever want to sell it, we would want to buy it. We paid pretty much market value at the time for what it was worth. That was part of their retirement plan, was selling that and capitalizing on it. So we didn't get a good deal on it, but we were able to acquire it, which was huge. So kind of cool because I was able to renovate my childhood home, so it was fun.
Yeah, it was really fun.
So when we got it, the first thing to do was put a new roof on, and that required us to tear the old roofing off. 3 layers of composition roofing, tons of nails. I mean, it was just insane. It took us like 2 weeks to tear it off. And my buddy, we paid George to work on it while I was at work, and it was just slow moving though because there were so many nails. I blame my dad for that. Once we got that all down to just the raw planks for the roof sheeting, we were able to just leave that and patch it as we needed with OSB. We had to build the covered patio first, so that was sheeted into the sheeting on the rest of the roof so that they could roof over all of it and make it really seamless. So that was really the first step, was get the roof torn off, get the patio cover built so that they could get to work. We really did start ripping out the siding first. The main issues that it had, we had a huge leak in the hose bib that had rotted out the whole side wall. And that hose bib was actually connected to plumbing under the sink in the kitchen. That had rotted out the whole kitchen floor. Just a lot of plumbing leaks over the years that had never been solved, and so a lot of rot. We needed a bigger kitchen, so we had to sacrifice that door. Yeah. So we closed up a door in the rec room.
A door in the kitchen. We took the slider out and put in French doors, which just made it feel a little more fancy.
Yeah, and we actually had to do all this first. We had to do all of our windows and our doors stuff first before the siders could start. We got all that prep work done so that they could get to work. Roofers, siders got to work, and they got all that stuff done. While they were working, we were able to work inside to stay out of their way. We started demoing out more things.
Into the kitchen, there was that door going out the back. To the right of that was a washer and dryer, so that was also the laundry room in the kitchen. And then there was also a small hot water tank. So we took all that stuff out of the kitchen. We closed up that door. That really allowed us to have a really nice big kitchen. So the kitchen had a wall between the kitchen and the living room. We took that wall out and turned it into an island, so it was an open concept living area.
In order to do that, we had to frame up some temp walls to hold the load of the roof, and then put a beam in that had a couple posts. They were on each side of the kitchen island, and we sized that beam and put that in. The
kitchen living room area went down 2 steps into a rec room, but it was a really small door, so we opened that up and made it more, you know, expansive and airy.
So yeah, we were demoing all that stuff, finding out where things were gonna go. There was a tiny little single door coat closet right next to an old furnace that was actually walled in completely, and there was a chimney in there that went up. So we opened up both of those, so it was like an actual traditional, you know, bifold closing closet.
So we made that larger so that way we could fit the washer, dryer, and also the hot water heater.
I had to add 1 heater, relocate a heater, about a half a dozen can lights in the place. But the electrical scope wasn't too big, and plumbing either. We had to relocate some stuff.
We did have an issue with the sewer. It was super backed up.
An old concrete pipe that was broken. We knew that when we bought it.
We needed some stumps and bushes taken out where the pipe was. So we had Dex, our dirt guy, come in and he dug out all the trees and stuff while repairing the sewer.
The big stump that we removed and the sewer that was replaced all got, you know, fresh dirt over the top and then fresh gravel.
We also widened the driveway to make room for 2 cars to park. As you can see in the backyard, it was totally overgrown, just sticker bushes everywhere. So I think I worked on that mostly, cutting all that back and dragging out all the branches. And we took quite a few loads to the dump. And then we also built a really cool deck, and we based it off of the same angle of the concrete slab that was already there.
It was a decision that we made to cover the existing patio with wood frame deck.
Yeah.
And at the same time, we thought, oh, we could bump the floor up in the rec room as well. For the supports, you know, we just nailed down a couple of treated 2x4 sleepers that just rested on the existing patio, roto-hammered those in, and then we were able to run our joists out off of the wall. And so we had supports that were really easy to put in, so we didn't have to do like beams and posts and stuff. It's got a weird shape to it, so we ran all the deck boards long, and then was able to just cut them all off at once, and then you got that nice, cool, like, almost like a triangular pointed section.
That's my second favorite part of the house.
Yeah, the deck turned out great, all cedar. So once we got all that done, I hung all the drywall in different places that needed it, and then we hired a buddy of ours who has a drywall company to come in and just go through and skim coat all of it and then texture it all so it just all matches. That was a pretty cheap and easy way to get it all to be uniform without having to do much.
Yeah, and just really make it look new and feel fresh and just really nice. So once the texture dried, we had our painter come in and spray everything all white. Then Jordan started laying flooring, but before you could do that, you had to...
I had to build up the rec room floor because I only built up a little section so that we could get that door in for the siding. So I had to finish up the rest of the rec room, and then I was able to floor the whole thing. The vinyl plank's really easy to install. It's just time consuming. It took me quite a while, but we did get a bid for it, and it was just too expensive, so we decided to do it ourselves.
And didn't we get the flooring off of Craigslist? Or
Yeah, Craigslist. You can find pretty much anything you need on there.
All of our appliances, the fireplace. My favorite part of the house would have to be the hearth on the fireplace. We took the original insert out and dumped that, and then we found one on OfferUp or Craigslist that was a perfect gas insert. Also there we did shiplap up the fireplace, did a little bump out, added a hearth that we framed in, a little bench to sit on. And so we got this beautiful slab of quartz. Was it quartz?
No, it's marble. So yeah, we got the flooring done. Then it was time to install the trim. We did that all ourselves. Anna and I were able to do that together, so it was fun. And then we had Lee, our painter, come back again, and he prepped all the trim, taped it all off, and sprayed it all. Sprayed look is just...
Yeah.
Then of course, cabinets. Cabinets were pretty expensive all around. There's shaker cabinets, typical white. And then we went with a kind of a charcoal, dark charcoal quartz. And it looks really good together. A little backsplash there. Yeah.
At some point along this journey, we gutted the bathroom. I wanted to do tile because it just looks so much nicer instead of a tub insert. So we put a new tub in, and then Courtney, my girlfriend, and I started tiling it, which was fun to have her. So we started the tile, Vern and I finished it. I didn't know big tile was the hardest to tile. The vanity in the bathroom, Jordan wanted to buy a new one, but I was like, heck no, we're just gonna refinish this one. It was perfect. I actually loved it.
Yeah, it turned out really good. I wasn't expecting it to look that good. We got the inside all done, had some last minute things to do on the outside, built a little cedar deck out front, did some tongue and groove cedar on the soffit, had a couple can lights in there too.
We reseeded in the front yard, and that was really fun because we had the kids out there and it was, you know, dark, and we were throwing seed, and June was being silly, like usual.
Because it was a few nights before we were going to list it, so we had to kind of throw some last minute fast growing seed down because, you know, the dirt work and stuff had disturbed it all. But it did end up taking, and we got some grass out of the deal. It all kind of came to a head when it was the night before pictures, and we just kind of had to get every little last minute thing taken care of, and we had to clean the whole house and finish all the stuff in the front yard. And
we did some light staging, a few little touches. It turned out really nice.
It's good. So we had an open house, and boom, things sold in a weekend. Pretty non-stop work, busting your butt, really feeling like you're working towards a goal. I mean, it was satisfying to get that thing done.
Our first house flip, it turned out awesome. We made a really good return and
Had a lot of fun.
had a lot of fun. Okay, go ahead. No, let her say it. What were you saying, June? Scream it, June. Scream it. Yeah, what's the last part?
June.
All right. All right.
Mom.